I'm Joe Harrington, and welcome to Transit Works, brought to you by Tran Public Transportation. Well, our community has changed significantly in the past 22 years. Tran's bus system has remained largely the same until now. Here to tell us more about it is Tran Executive Director Clinton B. Forbes. Clinton, thanks so much for joining us here on Transit Works.
Hey, Joe, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, this big initiative is called the RPM. What does that stand for? And tell us a little bit about what the RPM is.
The RPM stands for Route Performance Maximization. That's the name that myself and staff kind of created to inspire this huge project that we have and to have some association with what we're trying to do. And that is maximize our bus network system. It is a total redesign of our bus network system. If you think of RPM in the automotive industry, it stands for rotations per minute. RPM. You typically would associate that with revving up the vehicle. We are trying to rev up our transit system with this RPM and redesign.
You know, why did Tran think after all this time this system change was needed?
Well, Joe, you said it. 20 years. We hadn't changed our network in a significant way in over 20 years. Yet population, employment, and development had all changed, and Tran hasn't kept pace with that. So we are ripe for change. There's a lot of opportunity to improve our service, to make it more usable for the residents and visitors of Palm Beach County.
Yeah, so how are you doing that? On September 30th and beyond, you know, what can the community expect from Tran?
Well, the community can expect a brand new transit system bus network for Palm Beach County. You can expect faster service. You can expect more frequent service. You stand at a bus stop before about an hour. Most of our routes are now 30 minutes, and the bus will show up every 30 minutes. Extended hours. One of our concerns by many of our customers were, you got us to work, but you couldn't get us home because our bus service cut off too early. We fixed that with this new system. So we are excited, and I think that this will definitely be a much more usable system for our public.
You know, what are some of the routes that are experiencing major improvements, major changes that you want to highlight?
Well, we have 34 routes in our bus network system. 19 of the 34 will receive substantive changes. Now, there are some special ones that really are going to be ramped up, like Route 94 in Boca Raton that serves FAU. That had a 40-minute frequency. We have ramped that up now to 20 minutes, which means you stand at that bus stop and a bus shows up every 20 minutes. We expect ridership really to go through the roof for that route. Route 1, our number one route in the system, we've extended some of the hours and streamlined a lot of that service at the end of the line in the north segment of the route. And so there are many routes that are receiving similar changes to make our system more efficient and effective.
That's so great. And Transit's so supportive of development and educational opportunities as well. I know that Tran went out and met with so many stakeholders and so many people in the community. It's been a long process to get to this point. Tell us a little bit about those efforts and how you incorporated some of the community's comments.
Well, Joe, like you said, we wanted this to be a community conversation. We didn't want this transit program to be Tran's or mine. We wanted to be really a community engagement. And so the community actually helped us design this new bus network. So we stood at bus hubs and talked to our customers. We sent out thousands of surveys and received 1,400 responses back from the public on their desires of an effective transit system. We've done social media, and you were a large part in that. So we really have had a robust conversation with the community about this bus network change, RPM.
And I know you've been receiving a lot of positive feedback as well already. Tell us about what you've been hearing from people about these changes as they come nearer.
Well, the number one thing that I've heard is it's about time. It's about time we fix these things that they kind of recognize through the years that need to be fixed. Where many of these routes were turning in residential communities and really picking up one or two people or no one. Yet it made the trip for the person who wanted to really go straight a lot longer. And so now that we have made our system more linear, more direct, people are noticing that in the new schedules and saying it's about time.
And these changes are really touching all areas of the county. You mentioned Boca Raton all the way to Belglade.
Yeah, so Belglade, which is a beautiful community, but a lot of our customers is a transit-dependent community, and we are really improving the service for that community, merging routes 47 and 48 to provide better access, as well as increasing the frequency in South Bay and Pahokee. They had our frequency of 60 minutes. That now will go to 30 minutes. So we expect that on September 30th, they would emerge with a much better transit system in that community.
Yeah, I know a lot of people take transit to get to their jobs, get to school, but there's so many things here in the community that they can reach on transit. Tell us about some of the places that people can go here utilizing their public transit system.
Well, Joe, our mission statement is to provide access to opportunity for everyone, safely, efficiently, and courteously. And so the great thing about that mission statement is about access to education, access to employment, access to play in beautiful Palm Beach County at our beaches and our beautiful parks. We touch with our transit system all of those things. We're the largest county east of the Mississippi geographically. So transit is somewhat challenged, but our system is pretty expansive where we serve this entire county pretty effectively. And on September 30th, we'll even do a better job of that.
That's fantastic. And, if people want to plan a trip or they want some more information on the RPM, where can they get that?
Go to palmtran.org, and there we have Google Transit. Just put in your destination and your origination, and we'll map out your transit trip. It's just that simple.
It really is. And we also have a customer service center, is that right?
Yeah, customer service center, you can call them and they'll walk you through your transit trip. You can reach them at 561-841-4BUS. And we have customer-oriented customer agents waiting for your call to help you through your transit experience.
Yes, absolutely. We've already been receiving a lot of great comments from the community, I know, into the call center. Clinton, please do stay with us. We've got some more questions for you as we continue this conversation. After the break, we're going to tell you how you can easily plan a trip on the Palm Tran system and much more. Stay with us.
I'll be right back. Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
Palm Tran Public Transportation is speeding up your commute. It's thanks to the RPM, or Route Performance Maximization. The RPM means Palm Tran now has more direct bus service, extended hours for select routes, easier connections, and even free Wi-Fi on board the buses. Riding is even easier when you download our free app, MyStop Mobile. Plan your trip at palmtran.org. Palm Tran, providing access to opportunity for everyone, safely, efficiently, and courteously. Welcome back to Transit Works. Today we're talking with Clinton Forbes, Palm Tran's Executive Director, about some major enhancements that are going on with the system. Welcome again, Clinton. And
Thank you, Jim.
This all happens on September 30th, and there's some big incentives for people to try out transit around that time. Tell us what they are.
Well, look, September 30th through October 3rd, we are allowing everyone to ride our system free. It's fare free transit. So if you've never had an experience of trying transit, this is the perfect time. Just walk up to any bus along the route, or go to our website, palmtran.org, and plan a trip, and just hop on our bus. Don't worry about the fare. We've got it. From September 30th through October 3rd, fare free transit just jump on and try us.
And even if you don't get an opportunity to take transit that day, transit is very affordable in this county after October 3rd still. Tell us about what are the fares? How much is it going to cost me?
So the fare is $2 one way, of course $4 a round trip, and very affordable. I mean, we are a very large county. Really 50 miles north and south. If you can actually take the Route 1 bus from Jupiter to Boca Raton for $2 one way. So very affordable system. Saves you money, saves you time, saves you stress.
Yeah, and let's talk about how it saves money. When you think about the true cost of vehicle ownership, the registration, having to pay for insurance, not just the gas, the maintenance on your car. Transit's a really good value, isn't it?
Transit's an excellent value. And, I'm not a proponent of asking folks to give up their cars completely. I don't think that's realistic. What people should try to do is try to take more transit trips. Leave the car, park it somewhere, and jump on transit occasionally. You'll save money. By your maintenance of the vehicle and fuel. So I think that people should try transit, take a few more transit trips. You'll be stress-free.
Yeah, and so many places you can get to. Palm Beach, you can get to the zoo, all kinds of great things to discover in our community on transit too. And, it has a lot of public benefits. Tell us about what some of those are.
Well, the public benefits, transit has been green before green was popular. So we help the environment. Save the environment by reducing emissions in our community. More people on transit, fewer cars that are on the road. So it definitely contributes in that way. It adds to the community value. And of course, we talked about the opportunities for many people who don't have mobility options to get to work, to seek employment, to fulfill important medical appointments.
We were talking before the break that our community's transit system has really remained unchanged since 1996. But, transit is so vital to support the growth that's happening here. Talk about that. I mean, we're seeing many, many more people move right here to Palm Beach County.
Yeah, and so we want to be a factor in that. If you have population increases, such in populous paradise in Palm Beach County, people are not going to stop coming here. And the car is just not going to be the answer. We have to have an alternative to the car, and we believe that Palm Tran is that alternative. And so that's why we're trying to redesign our system to make it more attractive to people who have a choice to try to use transit, because we want to continue to allow this place to feel like paradise without gridlock. And so people will continue to come, but they have to have an option other than the car, and we believe that's Palm Tran.
Absolutely. And it's not just to go to work. One of the things I noticed going around the community is you have a lot of really nice transit facilities at malls and shopping centers. Tell us about some of the places people can go shopping and access that through Palm Tran public transportation.
Well, of course. That's one of the things that we fixed in the system, where we got folks to the mall, but our service ended before the mall closed. We fixed that, where at Wellington Mall, when the mall closes at 9:30, our service can get folks home from shopping, or if they work there, from employment. So we traverse Wellington Mall, where we have several routes that go into Wellington. We have our number one route goes in the Boca Raton Mall, as well as the Palm Beach Gardens Mall. So, we have a service that definitely access the malls.
Absolutely. And before we go to break, remind us one more time how to plan a trip on the Palm Tran system.
Definitely. Go to our website at palmtran.org. We have a Google Transit link where you could put in your destination, and we'll map out your transit trip for you. You can also call our information line at 561-841-4BUS, and customer service agents will walk you through your transit trip. We have information on our buses, rider's guides, which has the entire system. You can ask a bus operator, how do you get to a certain destination? They are educated and ready and available to help you plan your trip with Palm Tran.
Yeah, and important to note that they can actually buy bus passes at all libraries. They can pick up a rider's guide there, and those rider's guides are in 3 languages, aren't they?
Yes, we are a multicultural community. The rider's guides are in English, Spanish, and Creole.
That's great, accessing opportunity for everyone. All right, Clinton, thanks so much. We have more questions for you, and right after the break, we're going to tell you about some of the technological enhancements that make riding the bus even easier here in Palm Beach County. Stay with us.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where do cats go on vacation? New York.
The first time I met Morris, the door flew open and I got this larger-than-life personality talking at the top of his lungs. So I thought, we're definitely gonna be friends.
Oh, Dapper Leon?
Oh, no.
He's the highlight of my week.
I've known Mikhail and Jerome 6 months. You don't find many young people that want to be fooling around with us old folks.
I don't feel like I'm volunteering when I'm with Leon.
They'll call, Miss Barbara, do you feel like having us hang out a little while? That's their word, hang out.
Just had a magnetic energy. Oh, I totally forgot. Hold on, let me get this for you.
I was kind of hoping that we'd get what we did out of it. It's even better than I imagined.
I said, you guys have no idea how I feel about you.
I'll come to the door with one meal and I'll walk away with a full heart.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America!
America!
America, let's do lunch.
Welcome back to Transit Works. Today we're talking about major enhancements at PalmTran with PalmTran's Executive Director, Clinton Forbes. Thanks so much for staying with us here, Clinton, on Transit Works. You know, before we went to the break, we were talking about how PalmTran has really done a lot to incorporate technology to its bus service. Tell us a little bit about, how PalmTran has done that. It seems like there's an app for everything nowadays.
Yes, we have real-time application so that you can know in advance and predict the arrival of the bus. It's called My Stop Mobile. You can download it on Apple, any Apple device, or Android, and it tells you all type of great real-time information about what's going on with the bus. When will it arrive? How many minutes? It also tells you how many people are on the bus, and it's a great app to download.
Yeah, and it's a free app too, isn't that right?
It is a free app.
And the app is really great because you can actually see, how many people are on the bus. You can set up some alerts, is that right?
Yes, it could alert you if there are delays, if there are detours. So it's a great app to have to be predictive about the service.
Absolutely. And not everybody has a smartphone or wants to download an app. They can actually receive this information another way, right? They can receive it by text?
Yes. You can actually text the 321-123, I go and the stop number, and it'll tell you the next couple buses that will show up. And so it's a great item if you're standing at a bus stop. Just text 321-123 and I go and the bus stop number, and it would give you information about the next bus.
Yeah, and the stop number is right there on the sign. It's printed in the rider's guide. Couldn't be easier, and it's a great service. I use it myself, and when I'm riding the bus, I'm often trying to get work done, and PalmTran is doing something really big on September 30th to help people like me with our laptops. Tell us about that.
Well, we want you to be relaxed on our system. We're going to have free Wi-Fi that we will be introducing with the RPM on September 30th. Free Wi-Fi, and so you don't have to go into your data plans. Just link up with PalmTran's free Wi-Fi, and you'll be able to get some work done. Maybe stream some videos and enjoy your ride. And we have the Wi-Fi on us. Also, we have USB ports on our newer buses, which will help charge your device and keep you going during your trip.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm always running out of juice on my phone. And PalmTran has a big vision for the future too, incorporating technology in other ways. Tell us a little bit about, what's on the horizon for PalmTran.
Well, Technology is important in the transit industry, especially this technological superhighway that we're on. Fare collection. Fare collections always seem as somewhat of an impediment for riders. They want to take the bus, but they don't know if they have the right fare media. How do you pay the fare? How much cash? Do you need coins? We really want to streamline that process and remove that impediment. And so we're introducing really the best-in-class fare collection system next fall, which is our next huge project. And a customer will really be able to approach the bus and pay their fare with anything on their person, be it a mobile phone or a wearable or cash. Of course, we'll still accept cash. But you can use your mobile phone. We also will probably introduce smart card technology, which is a credit card type card where you can preload value on your card, and you can automatically replenish it. If you lose your card and if it's registered, we can actually replace it at no cost. So there's much value in this new fare collection system that we hope to introduce by the fall of next year.
Yeah, and it would be great, to have something that works with some of the other transit systems in our area, like Tri-Rail, which is very accessible via PalmTran even today, right?
Yeah, that's the other component to this, is to ensure that it's interoperable with our region. Tri-Rail, Broward County Transit, and Miami-Dade Transit. And so we're working with the region to ensure that one card or fare media could be used through all those systems, so you really have a seamless trip throughout the region.
Talking about technology, PalmTran is very active on social media. Tell us about some of the ways people can get even more information from PalmTran on their electronic device.
Yeah, I'm actually very proud of you, Joe, and the work you've done with our social media. We're very active on social media. We will engage you. We have Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. So all of those, if you have a photo of your transit experience, send it to one of those media outlets, those social media outlets, and we'll get it and share it. So if you have a question, that's a quick way to get your question answered through social media. So join us in the social media space.
Absolutely, and those people on social media are also often the very first ones to find out about some specials and other deals that we have here at PalmTran too.
Definitely.
Again, just remind us, if you've never ridden PalmTran, how do you plan a trip? What's the best way to do that? How do I get from one point to another?
Well, to plan your trip, again, go to palmtran.org. Go to our Google Transit link and put in your destination, and we'll plan your trip for you. If you want to speak to someone, call us at 561-841-4BUS, and our customer service agents will be glad to help you walk you through your transit experience. So we hope to see you aboard transit.
Yeah, many of those agents speak Spanish too, to really provide access to opportunity for everyone. That is part of our mission statement. Remind us what it is and what it means.
Again, our mission statement, which we hold dearly, is to provide access to opportunity for everyone, safely, efficiently, and courteously. We think that with this RPM project, we will definitely be fulfilling that mission statement.
Clinton, thanks so much for joining us here on Transit Works and talking with us today. We really wish you the very best of luck with the RPM.
Thank you, John.
All right, and thank you for watching. For more information on what you saw here, just go to palmtran.org and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Joe Harrington for Transit Works. Make it a great day.